Unit 1, Learning Target Number 6. Apply properties of operations to get equivalent expressions. The associative property of addition and multiplication is all about grouping. Now understand, the associative property only works with addition and multiplication. It does not work with subtraction and division. What it says is that it does not matter how we group our numbers. If they are in the same order and we group them differently, we will get the same answer. Take our example of the Asian chefs here. There are 3 of them here. 2 of them have grouped them off to the side, but even if they were evenly spaced, if they were right next to each other, there would still be 3 of them. So let's use an example with people. Okay, we have these numbers being represented by people. If we add these numbers together, what do we get? 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 3 is equal to 10. So we'll wind up with 10 if we add these together. Let's take these same numbers, copy them, and put them over here on the other side of an equal sign. Put them on the other side of an equal sign here. Now, does this equal this? Well, yes, it does, because 5 plus 2 plus 3 over here is equal to 10. Note that they're in the same order. Okay, so if we group these differently, does it change our answer? Well, let's find out. We put our group right here. We always group with parentheses because parentheses are a grouping symbol. Let's say we grouped these 2 together. Let's tell a little story. 5 and 2 and 3 were the best friends. Then one day, 5 and 2 decided that they were going to team up against number 3. They were going to be friends and they were going to kick 3 out of their group. So they grouped themselves over here. Now, they're still equal to 10, right? Because we use PEMDAS. 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 3 is 10. Now, another day, let's say 5 and 2 got into a fight. And 3 and 2 are now the best of friends, and they've decided to leave out number 5. If these 2 group themselves together, do we get the same answer? Well, 3 plus 2 is still equal to 5, and 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. So what the associative property tells us is, as long as you keep them in the same order, it doesn't matter how you group them, you will get the same answer. Which of these are examples of the associative property? 3 plus 4 plus 5 is equal to 4 plus 3 plus 5. Now it's true that if you add these together on this side, you'll get the same answer as you get on that side. But it is not an example of the associative property because the numbers are not in the same order. 3 plus 4 plus 5 on this side, 4 plus 3 plus 5 on the other side. Doesn't work if they're in different orders, so that is not an example of the associative property. Down here in letter B, we have 5 plus 6 plus 7 is equal to 5 plus 6 plus 7. The numbers are in the same order on both sides of the equal sign. The only thing that has changed is the way that we've grouped them. So this is an example of the associative property. Letter C, 1 times 2 times 3 is equal to 1 times 2 times 3. Now remember, the associative property works for addition and multiplication. The order is the same on both sides of the equal sign. The only thing that has changed is the way that we've grouped them. So this is an example of the associative property. And then lastly, 2 plus 3 plus 5 is equal to 2 times 3 times 5. Well, it says it's the associative property of addition and multiplication. Doesn't it work? No, it does not, because even though the order is the same, we have different operations. 2 plus 3 plus 5 is equal to 8 plus 2, and that's equal to 10. 2 times 3 times 5 is equal to 6 times 5, which is equal to 30. These two are not equal, and this is not an example of the associative property.